Many of you fans of the original Crash Team Racing have been reaching out over the past few days with some suspicious activity by Activision, activity that has now become the norm. And while I do want to cover the fact that Activision has crammed microtransactions into like a 20-year-old remake, I want to focus more on what we need to be looking at and how the industry has changed in order to slide these egregious microtransactions into games and do them after all of the reviews are out. This is not the first time Activision has changed the way that they have microtransactions in a game long after reviews are out, because we all know that aggressive microtransactions in video games, whether they be Call of Duty or any mobile game or literally any game, is good enough to knock a score down by maybe a full letter grade or two if they're particularly bad. And Activision, again, has now waited until July 30th to announce that they are adding in microtransactions into Crash Team Racing. The unending greed of AAA companies. You know, it's sad. It's bittersweet because for fans of Crash Team Racing, you get a great remake, a game that has reviewed very well, a game that is well liked by those that have played it. And you wouldn't have had, this remake if Activision didn't do it. That's true. But you kind of wish that a smaller company would have done it and been more fair about it. After paying for a game, paying full price for the game, and then see the slimy, snaky work-in of microtransactions after all the reviews out is disgusting. And this is something that people have pointed out. Even Jim Sterling mentioned it in his original review that, well, it looks like there's going to be a Fortnite-type store in this video game. An Activision blog says, players have been racing, power sliding, boosting, and battling their way through the Nitro Tour Grand Prix in order to unlock those sweet rewards in their Nitro Gauge and pit shop. They've raced on brand new track Twilight Tour and then given them a look into the ancient Middle East inspired by levels from Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. They've competed with sweet new rides like the Rocket Cart, which they've decked out with international flair to rep their country in style. Now, the fun of the Nitro Grand Tour Prix is over, and we're all here to tell you that you better be ready for it to pick right up again, since Back in Time Grand Prix starts Friday. As a reminder, the Grand Prix is free for anyone who has purchased the game and who has an internet connection. This is good news. With the Back in Time Grand Prix and trophies time-bending stuff has thrown Crash and the gang back to the days when dinosaurs roamed the land. They've basically turned Crash Team Racing into a live service, right? And they talk about all the new stuff, which is all cool. And I understand that this content has some cost to it, all right? But what I'm concerned about is a game that people have purchased, a game that people wanted, were excited about, has waited sneakily, slyly, sleazily, syruply to add microtransactions after the fact. Activision's latest offering is an all-around dino-flavored affair, introducing new carts, skins, characters, customization items, plus the aforementioned new track, Prehistoric Playground. This is said to feature Jurassic-sized flora, violent geysers bursting from the ground, caves and mysterious wall paintings, and of course, giant dinosaurs roaming the land. A total of 18 carts, characters, and cosmetics can be earned by completing quick daily, weekly, and themed and pro challenges at the back end. With each success granting points towards battle-like Nitro Gauge. By progressing through each tier, players can secure goodies, including the Nostalginator, Mammoth Carts, dashing fake Crash skin, cave painting stickers, and more. Nitro Fuel's Pit Stop, meanwhile, essentially the in-game shop, will also feature new characters, carts, skins, customization options, including Lava Rock wheels, Mad Scientist Crash Coin, and the baby versions of Crash Coco as new playable characters, all available for that sweet, sweet cash. As was previously in all items, the pit stop can be unlocked using Wumpa coins earned by playing through Crash Team Racing's various modes. However, Activision has also elected to introduce the new Wumpa coin bundle, where you can, you guessed it, be purchased using real money. Quite how these bundles will cost, or indeed whether the pit prices of Wumpa coin drop rates will survive unscathed, remains to be seen. This, my friends, is why this is such an important issue. I'm not like some of my fellow commentators just kind of rail on microtransactions unendingly with no wiggle room. I'm not necessarily that way about them. If they are truly cosmetic, I don't care. If that 8% of players want to just buy them, cool, that's fine, buy them. But the problem is you never know if all of a sudden, and let's be real here, of course they're going to change it. The problem is, if you're new to this conversation, is what will happen to the drop rates of the coins? Will they change it after the store rolls out? Or what is more likely is the game is being designed from the ground up to be more grindy than it should have been, so that players will get impatient and purchase these coins. Meaning the development process of this game was probably, obviously we have no proof, but we have history. We have these microtransaction presentations that we've seen leaked to the internet. We have reasonable suspicion that they just make it more grindy, and it's built into the game that way. How much fun would the game have been if they didn't need to rely on stretching people out to force them, to push people to the very edge, to reward them just the right amount, to get them to decide, you know what, I'll just buy this first bundle of Wumpa coin. We saw in that original presentation that there's usually an icebreaker offer, an offer that how game developers will set you up and say, buy 1,000 Wumpa coins for $100, and then people will be like, what? No way. And the next screen will say, quick, today only, 1,000 Wumpa coin for $5. And then people will be like, man, I'm crazy to not buy these Wumpa coins. So then they buy those Wumpa coins, and that little did they know, the price was supposed to be $5 all along. And also little did they know that the game itself had been designed to push people to the very edge, to where people would still find it kind of fun, but would definitely make them strongly consider breaking out that wallet and buying that Wumpa. And the particularly egregious thing is how Activision now waits until after all the reviews are out before doing this kind of stuff. I mean, it's genius. It's what I would do if I were them. But I mean, come on, people. I highly recommend that people just hold off on buying any new games. This is something I've been saying for years. There's no reason other than FOMO, which is a fear of missing out, which is a marketing tactic. There's almost no reason that you have to buy a game on the day it launches, other than I want it, which I accept, okay? You want it, it's just a video game, you go ahead and buy it. But this game is a full $40. I mean, it's not $60, but it's $40, so you're paying for the game. And then now we're left to wonder if Activision made the game grindier than it should have been to introduce these Wumpa bucks. Because you know dang well, when they pitched this, they're like, well, let's revive a game. And to their credit, Crash Team Racing is pretty good. It's well liked by everyone who plays it. However, then you got somebody in the back corner like, yes, revive a game that is loved, and then they have a whole department of like people scientifically studying how they can maximize profit. This is AAA game development. The new update for Crash Team Racing launches on August 2nd. Not only introduces Back in Time Grand Prix event, the update serves at the introduction of microtransactions. And make no mistake about it, these were always part of the plan. In a blog post, Activision announced that players will be able to purchase Wumpa coins in various bundles. The microtransaction bundles will be available from within the console store through specifics, though specifics about the bundles, including pricing, has not been announced. Whatever the case, Activision said the new option, quote, won't change the game's core mechanics. Well, yeah, because they were already baked in. I hope people see through this. I hope that if you are enjoying this video, by the way, that you leave a like and leave a comment on it. But I hope people are seeing through this. Of course they're not changing anything now. They already baked it in. You can still earn the Wampa coin simply by playing the game. But for those of you who want to speed up their progress, they'll be able to buy that Wampa right away. Players can buy the items, which include characters, various cosmetic items from the in-game pit stop store. Some of the new skins coming in Nitro Refueled include Mad Scientist Crash, Sabretooth Pura, and Stone Age and Trophy. In our Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel review, we said, quote, when nostalgia fades, Crash Team Racing Nitro remains fun and engaging enough to keep you racing with a smile on your face for much longer. It's good to have Crash back. I mean, the game reviewed well. You know, nothing to be ashamed of there. But it's just an example. You know, if you're having fun with it, great. There's no microtransaction in this game that you must buy. All right? It's just a racing game. You're not getting a higher performance car, at least yet, for that money. But the question is, how has the game experience been changed to ensure the highest likelihood that people are buying these microtransactions, which we know that they've tested many times? And will it change once it goes live? That's another question. If people aren't buying enough Wampus coin in Crash Team Racing, are they going to tweak it? Because some investors are going to have some target profit amount for this game, and it's in the many, many millions. And, you know, there's just these little dials. Ooh, little dials. Little dials. You twist them a little bit. Oh, yeah, microtransaction money. Well, I think I'll leave this video here. Always be wary of these new games, especially when they come from a AAA developer, because microtransactions, while they may not be in the game up front, it is certain that they'll be adding it. And people who reviewed this game should strongly consider being more careful when they review it, letting people know that microtransactions are likely to come, and people that have reviewed the game well, and once the prices come out, and should anything change, I sincerely hope that people change or update their last reviews to reflect this new in-game economy. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.